I didn't warn you. I had a different. I had a different intro. So
It's wonderful, and we were just talking about how inspiring that we want to focus on being inspiring to everybody as well as promoting inspiration. And
yes,
yeah,
and I think it's so important. I mean, right now, I'm in Ohio. It's sunny out. It's chilly. Last week it was almost 70 degrees. We don't have. It's not spring yet, so it's important to have that balance because we're not fully in spring yet or in the northern hemisphere. So,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
everybody, welcome to mini readings with the amazing SunPsychic Jean.
Thank you.
Ooh, I'm TarotStache. Uh, of course, for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. Um, and Joan would normally be with us. She has some other commitments, so hoping to be able to do something together in April.
Yes, we'll be back together again in April
Of
for
course.
sure.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And we have some of the best chatters here already, because we have Beth Espasia Rising, we have Kaylee, Fogo Pogo, and that said, I'm watering my lawn for the first time in a year.
Wow.
That's incredible. And Jackie Jacaranda is here. Hi, Jackie. Jackie, I saw, was on with Scott doing readings
That's
yesterday.
exciting, isn't it? Oh
It
my gosh, I love
really
it.
is. I think it's great. I think it's great. Leah is here. Hello, Leah. Maria is receiving abundance. Hello.
Great name.
Yes. I love that. Teacher Barbara is here. Hi, teacher. And teacher Barbara said, I am at the ER with my sister. I am worried. Oh,
Oh,
I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh gosh. Well, I will keep her in my prayers, and you and everyone caring for her, because that always works. Teresa Ford, um, and Aquila B24. Um, all right. And yes, I saw your question, Leah. Um, Kirby knows what's wrong. And Kaylee said, I used my own Lenormand last night to do readings for someone. Was a great feeling, but also so weird.
oh,
I imagine.
I love that. You do, Lenormand, don't you,
I
Gerald?
do. Yeah, I do. I have
And do you
multiple.
use them as, like individual cards, or do you only do like the grand tableau or something?
The for me, Lenormand works very well when cards are in relations to others. So I'll
Right.
either do three cards, or I'll do a 9 card spread. So
Oh,
and so that works out very well. Have you ever looked at Lenormand?
I have. I got so inspired. I bought them. I started using them, and then I got a little confused. So, uh, but that and the Kipper. I mean, just both
Mhm.
of those are really just so very inspiring. But you're right; it needs to be the right situation in order for it to make sense. And
Mhm.
yeah, when the questions surrounding others, I think, or many players in there, you can try and kind of enlighten or reveal what the situation, what's underneath the situation sometimes.
Absolutely. Up and look who's here. Hello. Good to see
Hi,
you, Deb.
Debbie.
Good to see you. And all that good stuff. Yeah, a lot of love for Deb coming. I can see that. So today, if you would like a message from a loved one, please include their name and relation. And if you want a reading, type it all in caps so that we can see it. We'll answer those in random order, and we want you to be present for your reading. So we did get one reading. So
And we're doing energy readings as well as mediumship and spirit guides
you
and
got it.
things like this. Yeah.
You got it. Energy
Mhm.
readings. mediumship. I just don't want to do politics today.
Mm-mm. It's the day
So,
off.
yes.
Day
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. It's like, oh my. So, all right.
Yeah.
Barbara, got you. And so what do you have coming up, Jean, on your channel?
Well, later on today, I'm going to be with hopefully Wisdom Seeker Joan if she's feeling if she's able, and Terry Suzuki, and we're going to be doing our Magic Monday today. And tomorrow, I have a very special guest coming over at 6 p.m. Eastern. Her name is Stacy, and she is working with Daphne. Daphne Gilman, and I had Daphne on my channel last week, and she's a flower essence um,
Oh yeah.
practitioner and a Reiki and sound healer, and she's working with Stacy, who is an Akashic record reader and an artist. And it's just fabulous, and they're working together to put on this event, and it's really very. I just really get inspired about these things. It all has to do with energy, the subtle energy, and the magnificence of all the natural energy that is around and a bit and available to us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow evening, she's going to be on my channel at 6 p.m. And yeah, then I think we're going to do the psychic triad on the 14th, and we're going to
Uh-huh.
do um, what do you call that? St. Patty's Day special. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Mhm,
great. I think one
mhm.
of the beautiful things is that there are so many combinations of readers that are happening on YouTube. It is so great. All that shared energy, it just lifts everybody up. It's like wow, it's wonderful. And if you don't get a reading but you listen, there's a lot of times the message that relates for many people. I
Absolutely.
think that's great. So
Mhm.
um, and okay, I'm just clicking people who have got readings. Later today, I'm hosting
Oh.
the Mystic
Mhm.
Four. Oh, yes. I'm hosting the Mystic Four, and then tomorrow I've got deck casual about the Tarot of Oneness.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and so that's tomorrow. And then the following week, we're doing part two because the creator is coming on to talk to us.
Wow.
So excited for
That's exciting.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. So,
It
all right.
I love the way you have your the the Mystic Four, and I love the way you you kind of like the way that I work with the ladies and the psychic mediums that I work with. There's almost like a practice that you need to get into that rhythm, and then it's almost like you are connecting on a different realm when you guys all work together. And
Hmm.
if you work together frequently enough, there is like this automation, this timing that just comes through that's effortless, and it's
Yep.
really it like fine tunes and strengthens. Like my readings alone are never as strong as when I have my readings with others around me. It's
Yeah.
amazing how much all of that lifts together, as well as everybody here in the chat. When you guys are all here, it really does help us to raise our vibration, and it's inspiring.
It really is. I'm glad you said that because sometimes I forget as a viewer that I am influencing and I'm supporting the readers and everybody else. So that connection is so vital. It's so vital. So, um, and all right. And so Deb is sending purple heart love to everyone.
Mhm.
And yeah, it is great. It's a great community. It's a great community. And there's so much, I mean, there's so much room for everybody. It's beautiful. Linnea A is here. And hello to people that I have missed saying hi to. So there is a cadence to your group energies. That is a good word, cadence. I like that.
Do you have it in your repertoire there?
I will expect it soon. And
I don't. how do you keep them all on hand is what I want to know. I want to see your backstage setup, all your secrets.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain
Right.
sort of thing. So, and medium Betsy Palmer is here. Hello. So, and well, we'll get started with some readings, and I do appreciate everybody who is watching. And I am, because it's my show, I'm going to start with Purple Elephant, Deb H. She would like an energy reading. So we're going to start with
Absolutely.
Deb.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah, because I got the Empress in this card. And look, it is an elephant. It's a mama elephant and a baby elephant, and they're holding
A
a
purple
purple
flower.
flower. It's like, holy mackerel. So, so the energy that I feel around you is this: there is a lot of activity energetically that is moving around you. It's like all of the workers are doing things and they're making sure. It's like, okay, it really, there's a lot of activity, things trying to move up. We have higher self, which is the card to remember that all things that we experience with the right frame of mind helps us to grow and evolve. And even though that it can be painful, it is an evolution and it's a growing. And spirals are also very, very important. I then have the Inspiration of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. And this card says to me, get outside of your box and take the small actions that you need in order to continue your healing. So, and write down some stories, something like that, but just let yourself out of that box so that you can move. So
That was beautiful, Gerald. Really beautiful. And I was feeling something similar for you, Deb H. I feel as though you are so used to being at in charge of what goes on around you that it does take a lot for you to sort of surrender to the assistance of other people around you. And you are almost, you could, and we wish that you wouldn't, sort of say, I feel bad that you have to do that and I can't help. Try not to say that because that's your ego. Try not to say that to your spirit. Try and say thank you for helping the spirit within me to do what it
mhm,
ultimately needs to do. The spirit within you has a mission, has a purpose to continue and to help others. And it's really important to allow others to help you so that you are strong enough to help others in your way. This is your spirit guide's way of sort of giving you both sides of the coin and
mhm,
understanding to let go of that ego. And I mean that in the sweetest, kindest, loving way. I'm not saying your ego. I'm just saying the part of you that says, oh, I wish I could do that, or I feel bad that you're doing that. That's really, it's not honoring the spirit. And you say, thank you for helping my spirit. And I
mhm,
know that my spirit will be there when it's time for me to help others. It's really, I feel like there's this yin and yang, there's this give and take, there's this balance, and there's this wisdom that will come from you allowing to have others. I mean, obviously you've had to have others help you, but during these next couple of weeks coming up, you're really going to need to still to do this. But just imagine how much more information and messages that you have to bring forward. It's going to be like downloads and downloads once you get back up. I'm really excited for you, Deb, but it's going to be difficult in these, I mean, as it has been, but now that you're feeling better, you think, oh, well, maybe I should. No, don't give yourself a break.
yeah, yeah. Well, and I always, and I have told Deb, it's like, remember, asking for help gives someone else an opportunity to offer help. and there is that beautiful energy exchange. So, and Deb said, excellent advice, Jean. So, and we have somebody who says the reading for Purple Elephant Deb H resonates with me.
Ooh.
Very good. Very good. And Kiba Lyons is here. So hello, Kiba. And all right, you're welcome, Deb. You're welcome. So, and McGrill is here. And well, and okay, so now I'm hearing first round of what you're going through is resolving itself, and now you get the next level of opportunity. And so you know, here you go. Allow us to be in service by asking for help. So, yep, yeah. So, all right, thank you. All right. So Liz in Awe was not able to get a reading this morning, so I'm going to put Liz in Awe up. So
Okay.
energy reading. So here we go.
So they're calling to you, Liz. Your spirit guides and angels and ascended masters want you to work with them a little closer. They want you to almost spend a little more time in that field of exploration and possibilities of what it might be like on the other side and in the other realms, and what lessons or what messages may be there for you and for others. I feel as though there is this magical perspective that we gain once we go through that meditation, or if we are connecting with our guides, or perhaps drumming, or whatever you like to do to get into that altered state, perhaps like a spiritual journey or even a shamanic journey. Anything like this will they're waiting for you. They're saying that your expertise, your knowledge, your connection, they're waiting for you to connect with them. They have much to teach you. And what they want to do is they want to bring in energetic codes and energetic energy, frequencies down with you in your physicalness, in your physical surroundings, to help to impart and spread this frequency here on Earth and around in your community. So they need your connection with them. Oh, you're muted, or I just can't hear you.
No, of course I'm muted because I was shuffling and I haven't. But I'm smiling because I got the Fool because it's stepping off and doing that, and exactly what you were talking about. And what is really important, Liz, is it does feel like energetically they have something to offer you. You also have something to offer them. And so it's going to be mutually beneficial, because I really love this card because it is taking a leap of faith, stepping out, going in a new direction, or using some new skills. Then we have the Seven of Cups, which is the card of imagining what things are possible. So I think this feels really like a beautiful connection to what could be rather than what isn't and what should have been. It's well, think about what could be and move on to that. Oh, and then we have the Spirit of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, which is the card of it's time to start taking action with that inspiration. You get so inspired, you do something with it. That's so great. Wow.
Yeah.
So thank you, Liz and all. I hope that helps.
Mhm.
And I do.
With this Pisces new moon, Gerald, if you don't mind me saying that, it is very much a time for us to click in and to tap into our spiritual information, connections, and abilities, and lay the path for the rest of the year. That there is this intense or strong energy available to us. The
Uh-huh.
information is available to us now in this time, and they're saying between this new moon, like March 10th till the 1st of April, and this is the time, because we're in Pisces season here, that it's really available to us to tap in and to lay the groundwork, make your connections, and make your plans. And this is for all of us. And if you're
Mhm.
thinking of doing something, who was it that you just said is starting a new channel, or somebody that you said was starting doing readings earlier? You were
Oh,
introducing them.
Kaylee did, and Jackie. Jackie just did some
Yep,
readings.
yep.
So
So this is a really good time for everybody.
yeah.
Oh
And
wow,
Liz said, "Wow,
wow.
that was my message in my morning class today. Surrender to the gifts. Awesome. Thank you, Gerald and Jean. So validating. Oh man,
Um,
I love that. Thank you for letting us know." So yeah, great messages. And yeah, and Kaylee was doing readings yesterday too. So yeah, Pisces new, Pisces. It's great. So you're welcome. You're welcome. And all right. So teacher Barbara, and then Leah. Okay, teacher Barbara said, "I would like a reading from my grandfather John Ross."
so I'm seeing a bee, like a yellow jacket. Like what I mean by that is the bee that has like a yellow stripe and a black stripe, and a yellow stripe and a black stripe. He's showing me a bee. He's showing me. He said you're in the right spot. You're right where you need to be. And oh, bee.
She
Um,
said Beatrice.
okay. Is that her sister's name? But he's making me say B by showing me that. Um, and if there's somebody that he called B,
That was her grandmother.
oh, geez, wow,
Wow.
good job, John, making me say B. He showed me a B. Isn't
I
that
love it.
amazing?
Yep. Yep.
He's letting you know that they're together, and it's almost like she's she's supporting you right now, and uh, he's it's almost like um, it's not like men can't, it's just that women have that uh, little bit of nurturing that is needed for you and your sister right now. That B is coming forward, that she is there with you, and almost like in the room with your sister, and your grandfather is there with you. But he's saying you're right where you ought to be right now, and that you are making the right choices. He's saying that we don't worry about wrong or right. Don't worry about expectations or what other people might think or say. He's saying, follow your heart and follow your gut, and no matter what, like if you had a promise to, like, I don't know, for a band at 4 o'clock today, and you're there with your sister, and you never called anybody or told them that you weren't, you know, drop everything. You are exactly focused on and where you need to be right now, and doing what you need to be doing right now. And he's
Mhm.
saying, focus on family, focus on the connection. He's saying, and not only that, but you being in that emergency room with your light, and you can actually bring in like universal healing light, and then bring in with an inhale, and then when you exhale, you can spread out that universal healing light around you. inhale coming down from the universal light, and then exhale and spread it all around the entire ER and cheer up the staff too. You're much more powerful than you know there, Barbara.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Barbara said that we fight, my sister Andy. Yeah. Okay, so your grandfather is here's the emperor, of course, wanting to look over the pride and make sure everybody is okay. I feel like your grandfather spent a lot of time outside and under the sun. I don't know if he was very tan or if he lived near water or something like this, but this feels very important, that getting out there, riding on a horse, something along those lines. um, and as Jean was reading, I got the card Oneness, which
Mm.
is about having that sense of connection. So instead of seeing how you and your sister argue, see yourselves getting along, working together, staying focused. So look at the things that you have in common rather than the things that you have that are different. So this feels very important, and not everybody's going to get along, especially siblings. My sister Sue, we had a boat, Bee's Ark. There you go. So you're welcome, Barbara. Barbara said I
Wow.
needed this.
That's amazing that he made me say B.
I love that. I love that. And well, and the way he got you to say B was brilliant. Brilliant. So
Yeah, I've had
you're
that. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say you're welcome, Barbara. What were
Okay.
you going to say?
Um, it also reflects back to Deb H's reading where it says, set aside the ego and look at the soul that's inside of your sister. I know that your sister could be difficult, could be ornery, could be ungrateful, could be me, or whatever it is, whatever the issue is. But look past that. That's only her egoic facade, and there is a soul inside of there that is and always will be your sister, and always will be
Mhm.
connected, and always will be connected with your soul family. And you know that you can set aside and connect with her on that level, which is really very beautiful. And this is your opportunity to uh, learn this lesson or this perspective as well as your own. So
Yeah.
it's really seems like they're showing us the other side of things, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah, it does. It does. And teacher Barbara said, literally, oh man, we fight hard. Well, you don't have to fight, because what would happen if you didn't pick up the other side of that argument? And so, but yeah, wish you the best for that. That, ER is never good. And I'm popping Teresa Ford. Said, may I have a message from my daughter Natasha, who passed away
Oh,
3/5/24. It might be too soon. Teresa, I am so sorry. I am
yeah,
so
I'm
sorry.
very sorry for your loss, Teresa.
So
Let's
yeah,
see what we can find
yes.
out for you. She hears you calling her name. Um, and the cries carry far and wide. And she's saying, she's letting me know that this is very healing for you. If it's very, it's necessary for you to process these emotions in that way. Um, It's almost like the wailing of the indigenous tribes, and she's saying that she hears you cry her name at the top of your lungs, screaming at the top of your lungs, and she knows that it is your heart. You want the love from your heart to reach her by screaming at the top of your lungs, and she says, "Mom, I hear you," and she says. She's more concerned about your well-being, and she said she's sorry that there was no notice that she didn't know. Nobody knew. Um, Nobody had any warning. And she's saying that this is trauma on top of grief and on top of loss, and that it's important for you to understand that the complexity of your feelings. And she's really just focusing back on you, your feelings. She wants you to know that she can hear you. She's okay. She's on the other side. She wants to talk to you more, but right now she wants you to know that it's very important for you to be gentle with yourself and to process anything that you need to as you feel you need to.
Yeah, so powerful. I mean, I'm getting emotional about this because the first card that I got is the Action of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and this image says to me, I can hear her shouting as she's going down this path on her transition, and it's reverberating. She's also saying, this is the path of grief is something that you will be going through as well, and it is so very important that we're um, um, you both are are on a new adventure. That's the word she used. It's not going to be an easy one. Just remember to keep moving, because for her, her next thing is the Ace of Wands. She's going to shift into the ability to offer some inspiration, and she's going to be renewed in ways that she didn't wasn't expecting. And then I got and then I got the Eight of Wands, which is it's quick moving. So I have the Ace of Wands and then the Eight of Wands. So she's she's a pretty potent being, Natasha. And it feels really amazing. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's she's still trying to get adjustment to the energy and how she can communicate with you. She wants to, as you want to with her. Just remember that as you follow this path, Teresa, to look for the little gems that have been dropped to help to remind you.
So, Gerald, I don't want to step on your toes at all,
No,
but do you mind if
step.
I jump off of that card? I can see her being the ghost rider. That's a ghost rider, that shadow. And
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be shadowing you and following you along this journey. And you may not be able to see her, but she will be there in spirit. And that is such a beautiful card with that ghost rider and her not you not being able to see her, but she will be right beside you like your own shadow. She said she's going to walk you through the path and the light at the end of the tunnel, Gerald. Look at the light at the
Yep.
end of the tunnel. You will get through this. You will get
Yep.
through this, Teresa. And she's going to help you through it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thank you for Teresa. I hope that was helpful. Sorry about your losses. That's awful. Um, okay. Teresa said, "Thank you. I know she's okay. It's the people who love her that hurt. It was sudden." Correct, Jean. Yeah, sudden. Yes, but yeah. Okay. We've had more people coming in, so thank you. And all right.
It's such a sacred space here, isn't it? It
It
really is.
is.
Thank you, everybody, for holding space and raising your energy and supporting all of the readings and messages that are coming through.
It's so important. Um, you know,
It's
I,
Eileen. It's
Eileen,
Eileen
Eileen.
Rickenbod.
Okay,
Rickenbod.
because I'm like, going, I don't know. Do you have an energy?
Robichaud. Robichaud. Eileen
Robichaud.
Robichaud. Yeah.
Eileen Robichaud. Okay. So, do you have an energy read for me? I'm at a crossroad.
Mm. So, Eileen, just say hi in case I have any questions for you with this crossroads.
Of course, I can always ring the phone.
There
Roby
she
Show.
is. Robichaud. Robichaud.
Roby Show.
The show. Okay, so is this crossroads? Is this impasse for Eileen? Um, should So I'm hearing, I'm trying to ask this or that, and I can't get a this or that because I don't know the this or that. But they're saying that, which is not usually my recommendation, but they said to, in this particular instance, Eileen, it's important to do the thing that you feel is the right thing to do rather than the thing that might benefit you the most. It's almost like they're asking you to sacrifice a little bit for this situation in order for you to carry on to the next step, and that's typically not my recommendation, but they are asking you to do what you feel is the right thing to do, and not necessarily what will benefit you the most. Does that make sense? It's almost like it's going to be harder for you to do the right thing, and it'll prolong your goals or postpone your goals. Is There's almost like, even if you feel that it's not going to benefit you, it will in the long run. It's almost like what you sacrifice now will come back to you tenfold. It's almost like, and so I don't know if you want to let us know what the either or of, I could stay with the current job or try for a new one.
Mm.
Oh, I think there's a little bit of a delay there, Eileen, and like don't I would plan and search and explore, but I'm not sure about making a move just yet. Um, and maybe that's what they're saying about sacrifice some time
Mhm.
until it's better for you because it'll come back tenfold. How about you, Gerald?
I'm listening to you, and I'm going, yes, 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 because I have the Three of Swords, which is a card of disappointment when the heart and the mind are not in sync, and this is the glass on this is cracked, and so what it is telling me is like, you're thinking about moving, you're thinking about this crossroads and discover it. I do not like where the organization has moved. I have applied for other jobs, but it could be a few to hear back. Yeah, because part of going through this crossroads is the high priestess. You start to really feel the enthusiasm and the control and the power that is you. It's going to really fill you up. It's like what you were saying that how did you just say describe it? It's like doing what you want to do instead of something else. It's a new location, has a window that
Yeah,
was shot.
yeah, it's a
Oh my
dangerous area that where they moved
god.
to.
Okay. Okay. Um wow. Okay, so my last card is the present moment. So what this says is um while things are going on, trust your intuition and look for making those decisions in the present moment, thinking about the now and where you are and how you feel, because trusting your gut is a key thing. You're actually, Eileen, you're much more receptive and perceptive than people realize. You get what's going on. You know things. So I would say yeah, I don't know what else
I,
to say.
I could have been picking up on past energy when you were sacrificing doing the right thing, what you thought was the right thing to do, and sacrificing yourself and or what you truly want. Um, and um, it is it's the thing is it allow the events to unfold, like um let release the control of
Mhm.
choosing and let the events choose for you. Put
Yeah.
out your resumes and stay where you are and allow what comes to be.
Yeah.
Allow the universe to decide that for you. Don't You're
Mhm.
putting a lot of pressure and a lot of burden on making the decision, but take the action and say, whatever is in my highest good, angels, guides, point me in the right direction,
Mhm.
and release the outcome, release your expectations, and
Yeah.
that might help you to glide through and feel a little more comfortable with it, because it does sound like you know what you'd like to do, um, and you're just not sure if it's right. So don't worry if it's right. Just take the steps and allow what comes to be. If
Yes.
it's right for you to stay there, it'll happen.
Yeah. And Eileen says, I really do see what is going on. That is one of the reasons why I want to go to a new job. And part of me says, timing is going to be important, and you sort of wait things out. You do all of the things that you need to do, but sort of watch. Opportunity will present itself in an unexpected way, I think. I will not move on until I have a new job. I also ask the guides to help me. Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you. Good reading, Jean. It's like, woohoo. Um, all right. Um,
Thanks,
all
Tarot.
right.
Oh, okay. That was nice.
Okay.
Remember to do all the YouTubey things. Thanks, Hershey.
Yes.
That was
Thank you,
sweet.
Hershey.
Thank you, all the moderators. They're wonderful.
Yes. And Joyful Journey is here, and a few other people came in that I've missed. Kaylee is next. Wouldn't mind a message from one of my spirit guides, Violet. Been told she was a grandmother, mother in a past life.
Hmm. So I'm gonna. This is they're throwing a little wrench in here, and she's saying, I was you in a past life. She's saying you are Violet in a past life.
Mm,
It is a version of yourself from a past life coming forward to help you with your soul's guidance, because yourself being Violet understands your soul and understands your soul's desire, and is here to help your future self, Kaylee, to progress, move, and to navigate this thing called life here on earth. And that is just amazing, Violet. Amazing. I have never heard that before in my whole life. Oh my gosh.
Well, and it's funny because the first thing I got was, why are you asking us? Why aren't you talking to Violet? And it was a very quick thing because I got the 8 of Wands, rapid movement, and the Hierophant, which is about structure and you having your own personal experiences, and the books could recommend that, yes, it could be Kaylee in a past life. You could be your grandmother. There's nothing wrong with that. Kaylee says, I struggle with listening and understanding. Well, of course, you're not going to start. I mean, Kaylee, really? Come on, cut yourself a break. I mean, if you go to France, that does not mean you're going to be fluent in French.
Hmm.
Cut yourself a break. Show up a little bit, study it, start with that. Um, but I think it's this idea that you hit on, Jean, is um, it's one of those things that it's going to give you some structure. It's also going to help you use good judgment so that some of the things that you learned in the past life as Violet can be applied to this one. So,
How
and
lucky are you, Kaylee? How lucky are you to have her come forward as your spirit guide? And this is sort of like the indication of who of how the energies and the dimensions are. The energies are raising. The frequency is raising, and the dimensions are becoming more fluid and more
mhm,
fluctuating there. And this is her being able to come in
yep,
as and giving you this advice. It's almost like your higher self, but it's a past version of yourself that promised, that if I ever was one that was struggling, I would, it's some sort of a promise that you made. But how beautiful.
it's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh, the amount. Did you have a reading? Did you have like an opening or like an energy healing that allowed this to come through? Did you have a wish or a dream or a prayer of some sort? She's saying that you called on her. She's answering your call. And
Mhm.
wow, 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 Kaylee, this is your time. Wow, lots of
Yes.
lots of energy.
Did you hear what she said, Kaylee?
No,
It's your time. I love it. She said, "Thank you, Jean. She was mysterious for the longest time. I didn't even have a name." And I can say, because I have shared space. I mean, there's been a lot happening, so hard to say. I will say I've shared space with Kaylee in some classes to which there
okay.
are attunements, and all of
Oh,
these things just line up.
that's where
Line
she
up.
came from.
Yep.
That's where she came from. Did you pray? She's saying she's answered your prayers and that there was you had a healing. There was an opening. She's here for you. You have a guide with you. I talk to her all the time. Do some automatic writing. Write down your dreams. She is there. You have somebody assisting you along your way on your
Yep.
journey. This is a blessing for you, Kaylee. Wow.
I love it. Whew. Excellent. Thank
You
you,
may
Kaylee.
channel her one day. You may even channel her one day if
Ooh,
you allow it, if you feel comfortable.
I love that. Um,
And she's
uh,
here to help humanity and you, but she's here to help you help humanity.
yes.
Sorry, I'll stop.
No, don't stop. This is so good because this is what we were exactly talking about. These messages are important for all of us to hear. So I think showing up and doing our work is part of that. So the first time she showed up was my first session with Tanis. First time I got Reiki will be a year in April. And definitely know I'm a channel, so we'll add her to the list. I love that. That's great. Woohoo. Um, all right. Linnea A., are you still here? And then Mary Lloyd. Linnea A. and Mary Lloyd. And Kaylee said, I felt her brushing my palm with her thumb. Wow.
Wow.
All right. I'm going
There's
to,
some sort of a significance there. I'm not sure if it's like an ointment. You know how they would anoint with an ointment with the thumb? They would put their thumb in the oil
oh,
and then
yes.
massage.
Uh-huh.
And this is your healing center. This is your healing center, and they would anoint that with a healing oil or a blessed oil or a some sort of a magic or blessed or activated type of oil.
Well, and especially because if Reiki, dealing with hands, and Kaylee said, yes, that makes so much sense. Yep. And maybe she's giving you a hand. Spirits love wordplay. And Linnea is here. I would love an energy reading. Feeling off lately.
Oh, you're not the only one, Linnea. It's not just you. There's
Mhm.
been wonky energies that are like you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, and then boom, it's like you're off your center, and then all of a sudden you get back, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, and then boom, you feel like you're off your center. And they're saying that this is like a muscle that they're working on building within you, and not to take it personally. Let go of that ego saying, "Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, it's your fault, and you can, and you're weak." No, no, no. That's all the ego. You say, "Step aside, ego. My spiritual team is handling this," and have confidence that there is a process and that you are sensitive. It's almost like like there's this energy or this frequency that they are downloading you with, and then allowing it to process and integrate, and then downloading you with, and it's frequency. So it's like feeling. It's like your body. It's like your strength or your fortitude or your ability to like some days you're like on and you have it, and the other days you're like, where the heck did all that go? Like I
Mhm.
thought I had
Yeah.
it. And it's okay. It's okay because it you really need that time to integrate it. And they're just saying that this is your frequency changing and raising to match the new frequency here in on this world. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm getting for you, Linnea.
I am so glad that you said you're not the only one that's off. Many of us have been experiencing that energetically. There's so much going on in the worlds. The first card that I got is the Devil. This is the card that is about let's face the things that we don't want to look at or that are hard to look at, but we still need to. So this is a lot of times what is going on. This sets us up for some synchronicity because when synchronicity shows up, we have the angels who are able to help guide us and show us the light. It's important for us to all pay attention to the synchronicities around us. They're there, whether or not we choose to see them. Choosing to see them is a really good option because it is going to help get us out of the way of the stuff that's hard to look at. It's going to allow us to get through. So, looking at the synchronicities. And then we have awakening, which is judgment. This is, I mean, okay, so we have an angel here, right? And the sun, and then there's the shift to we are actually reaching out and grabbing the hands of the angels and the guides who are helping us pull through and to change and to make it through this. So this is remember to be willing to put your hand out and ask for help
Mm,
so that you can be lifted up because this is the card of awakening, and there's a lot of power going, I don't know what to do with that, or I don't know what this means, because that lets us know that lets your guides know exactly where you are, and then lo and behold, you're going to start seeing some synchronicities that are going to help you understand that. So, Lene, I'm glad you asked that question. It's like really, really important. So, anything else to add?
I
That's
would just say be kind to yourself. Go easy on yourself. Try not to try not to search for a reason to blame yourself because it has nothing to do with that. And just trust in the process that it will pass. Yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah. And Beth had said bumper sticker for life. Step aside, ego. And Hershey is like going, super ego is nobody's friend. So powerful. And you're welcome, Linnea. Um, okay. Um, Mary Lloyd is up, and then Beth Aspasia Rising, and then we'll see where we are with time. Mary Lloyd, may I have a mini reading, please?
Are you related to Nancy Jean?
I'm going to jump in.
Okay, yeah.
Mary Lloyd, this is the Ten of Wands. You have been carrying a whole lot. You've been dragging this stuff through. You've drug it through lifetimes, lots of different situations. Here's the thing. You don't need any of this stuff because none of this stuff is yours. You could see the rope pulling that big boulder up this hill. Drop the rope and imagine how much more relaxed you are going to feel, how much into the flowing you will be, and you are going to certainly be released because this I love this card. This is the Two of Wands. It's the card of peeking through, and it's a hagstone, peeking through and looking at and figuring out where it is that you want your energy to go, and to focus. So Mary, let some of the stuff go that you that's no longer serving you. That's not yours. It's not your responsibility, because it's going to give you the ability to see much more clearly. um and I love when I get this card. This is the Star. This is the universe conspiring for you to be successful. The universe wants you to be able to have that fulfillment, to receive all of those blessings. And Mary said, I took care of my brother for 30 years. He died January 17th. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a lot.
Wow.
That is an incredible burden to carry. And burden is not the right word. You were doing it because it was the thing that you wanted to do. Sometimes it felt like a burden. However, you were willing to do it. Now it's the time for you to look through and to see things differently. Because, I mean, you're going to, it's your time. It's your time. You're going to be, it's your time to get some relaxation first. And you loved him. Of course. Of course. And so you were willing to do that, and it was filled with love. That's why you could do it for 30 years. It wasn't a burden to you. It was part of what you wanted to do. And that's why, I mean, that's beautiful. There's that refreshing aspect of it for you. It's really, really powerful, Mary. Wow. That's a beautiful gift. Thank you for sharing that.
This is a really good example of you sacrificing your own wants and needs and desires for the greater good of somebody else's well-being. And I feel as though that waterfall that you were showing there, Gerald, were the blessings that were coming back to her tenfold, and that she's going to be awakening and receiving these synchronicities, and your spiritual awareness is almost like off the charts now, and you're starting and you're beginning, and you're wondering where this all will lead. Do you have time? Is it too late to start now? What does it mean for me? And how can I get in the game when I've been when it's been delayed for so long? And they're saying that you are on your way to your spiritual awakening, and that this process, it's almost like your purpose in life was to take care of your brother, and now that you've achieved your purpose in life, the rest is all like downhill, and sort of all about you and uh, you're expanding your spiritual awareness, and it's to connect with your soul's vibration. And things are going to happen quickly for you, and they just want you to know that it'll be at your own pace, but um, to honor it as it comes in, and the way it comes in. I feel as though, I'm not sure if you have short gray hair or short blonde hair, and that you are very fit, and you're always running around, going to the grocery store, cleaning the house, taking the curtains down and cleaning the curtain. Like you're a go-getter, you're a high
Oh yeah.
achiever, and you can do it all. And you're saying, what am I going to do with all this now? And it's almost like, what is this? Like the first time you're able to stop and think of you and what's going on here, and you're almost like, there's so much swimming around in there, and they're saying your direction will be shown to you, and just to be patient with yourself and take it one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's wonderful to be on the beginning, and you're in the right place, in the right community here, Mary. So welcome, and all the best to you. I'm so it's a pleasure to meet you and connect with your energy.
Because the people who are around you are benefiting from simply by being around you. That energy is a bit addictive. That it it's yeah that's yeah yeah listen to me yeah. So yeah, oh yeah, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Our last reading for today is going to be Beth, Aspasia Rising. Thank you for people who have been putting questions. Um, you'll be able to find both of us later today, so there may be more opportunities. So, and Beth has said, "This has inspired me. If it's not too late, may I ask for a look at the energy around my younger stepsister and me?"
Is there a conflict that you're looking to resolve there, Beth? I don't know
Oh
if I
yeah,
remember
it's
that.
a great question. I'm going to mute myself
So
while I shuffle. Go ahead.
there's also an awareness that they want you to see that you are further along in your journey than she may be. Um, And this is also, they're telling me this is, thank you, Deb H. She did jump, she was the jumping off board to see past the ego of of where her ego and her human essence is on their journey, and look underneath at the vibrant, luminescent soul that is underneath, and the connection and the reason or the lesson that may be there between the two of you. I feel as though it's almost that lesson. Remember, I said, are they making us look at the other side of this lesson? Are they turning like it's almost like when you look in a mirror and you can see yourself in the mirror, but if you look at the other side of the mirror, you have a whole new perspective. You can see
Yeah.
into there's a different perspective that they want you to take here, Beth, and you have the ability to change the way you look at it, and gain that new perspective, and ask what lesson might be here for us to learn, for me to learn, for her to learn. What is the energy and the situation between us? What is it about this that is could be there for a lesson for us to learn?
Mm-hmm.
um and I'll just stop.
She said, "Not resolved, just trying to figure it out." And she said, "She's a strong Leo. She shines from inside even when she pisses me off." Yeah, we all need people like that in our lives sometimes. Um, Beth, I have two nines. I have the Nine of Pentacles and I have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is appreciating what you have, holding it in a high in a good light, and being satisfied with it. And the Nine of Pentacles is the card of realizing that the work that you've done has taken a long time, and to be satisfied with that. Um, you know, so as it as so I'd pay attention to nines. Nines may show up. And then I have life force energy. And the great thing about this card, I don't know if you can see it, but there's spider webs in between the trees. And this reminds me that sometimes life throws us things just to keep us on our toes. Because, I am a kung fu master when I walk into a cobweb. into a spider web. I'm like, so I mean, and the way Beth said that, she's a strong Leo. She shines from inside, even when she pisses me off. That's her life force and your life force, and it's so important to notice those things, because when you notice them, then you can avoid them, the things that can be challenging. And Beth said, wow, the nines make sense. Okay. So anything else, Gene? That was, we're spot on today.
The tangling of getting tangled in her web, in her sort of maybe trying to push your buttons, and
Mhm.
try to rise above and to see that from a new perspective.
Yes,
Um,
that makes, yeah. Um, this is a spur of the moment, but do you have a collective message you want to share with people?
sure,
Yeah.
sure. I can tap in and bring one through. Well, I do, and they're reminding me of the when I spoke to you behind backstage, that I wanted to inspire and have people feel their own empowerment and to understand that there is so much to be amazed and grateful for and to look forward to. I want to inspire and enlighten and to help people to feel empowered and optimistic about their own journey, and not to equate their existence with somebody else's or a different situation.
Mhm.
It is not you. You are an individual and you're here on your own journey. And this time on this earth, with the frequencies changing, and this time in the cosmic alignment with the new moon in Pisces, there is so much available to all of us. This is all happening simultaneously, and it's time, if you're aware, if you have these abilities, it's time to click in and to ramp up and to empower yourself and to work on developing that connection and making that connection stronger. It really is the time. It's not the time to say maybe later.
Mhm.
It's here now.
I got this Five of Cups, and I like this depiction. We are inside, we're looking out because it's raining, and right now things can look clouded. What is important is to take a few moments every now and again and pause and to think about, okay, what is it that I can do next? Because when it stops raining, that's when you see rainbows. It also cleans off the window so that you can see things clearly. So if you're having some emotions and they're getting the best of you, sit down, have a cup of tea, hydrate yourself, and just remember that part of what happens is yes, of course we're going to lose perspective a little bit. We're going to regain our footing. I encourage people to be nicer to themselves.
Hmm.
We're really, really hard on ourselves. It's like, ooh. So I think this idea of, let's just, have some water, deal, and accept that these are our emotions, and they're not good nor bad. They just are our emotions. So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, everybody, if you are watching this later, please do go over and subscribe to TarotStache, his channel. He has so much amazing, innovative, funny, entertaining, important content, and just the wealth of the teaching that he has on this on
Thank
your
you.
channel. Gerald, is just, it really is very beautiful, and what you offer is so selfless and really high vibrational.
Thank
I
you.
love working together with you. I look forward to working together with you again. And please do go over and subscribe and make sure you hit the bell and get a reading. Gerald is an amazing reader and insightful. And you do, what type of readings do you do? The tarot and the
I
oracle?
do tarot, oracle, akashic records, all sorts of channeling, mediumship things. I'm a multi-dimensional person.
Excellent.
So, and so
You're
yeah.
in good hands with Gerald.
Aw.
Absolutely. He's
And
a gift to this community.
well, thank you. As are you. I mean, you're connecting a lot of people too. And I always told my son that no one can tell him how he feels. They are his feelings, and no one can tell him differently.
That's right.
And his feelings have as so much value. They are valid. Feelings don't make sense, or at least not for me. So, but
Mhm.
all right. Thank you, everyone. Please go share your support, and we will see you again soon. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Gerald. Bye, everybody.
Bye.